The main topics of the 12th meeting in the Ramstein format on May 25 were the strengthening of air defense and the delivery of F-16, which was stated in the Pentagon. The political decision to transfer aircraft to Ukraine was made a week ago at a summit in Japan. The Prime Minister of Great Britain, Rishi Sunak, was first who declared this. After Sunak officially announced the list of countries that will work together to provide Ukraine with multifunctional aviation, it is possible to finally assess which F-16s will strengthen the air force of the armed forces of Ukraine. The F-16 multi-purpose fighter is the most massive fourth-generation combat aircraft. As of 2018, over 4,600 units have been produced. In particular, about 900 units are in service with the United States, while the largest operations in Europe are Turkey and Greece, 250 and 155 respectively. The Netherlands have 61 F-16s, Belgium 58, Norway 57, Poland 48, Denmark 44, Portugal 30 units. By now, the list of the fighter jet coalition for Ukraine includes Great Britain, the United States, the Netherlands, Belgium and Denmark. Great Britain will not hand over planes because the British Air Force simply doesn't have F-16s, but the training of the Ukrainian pilots will be held in Britain. Approximately 20 Ukrainian pilots will be entering initial training. Other countries are queuing up. The United States has been slow on the uptake, but that is now changing. Washington is playing a significant role in this decision. The Biden administration is making a few big moves. First, it is open to training Ukrainian pilots on the F-16. Second, it is now open to the third country transfers of US-made F-16s to Ukraine. Otherwise, the rare export of the jets by any other country would be impossible. And finally, Washington might open the Falcon firehouse itself. The role of Denmark and the Netherlands to be donors of the first fighter jets to Ukraine is indicated by the fact that the decision regarding the transfer of the F-16 was already discussed at the official level in Denmark, and the issue of the possibility of transferring the aircraft was considered in the Netherlands at the beginning of the year. For these countries, the transfer of the part of F-16 does not pose a critical threat to defense capabilities, because they have already begun to receive the F-35 to replace the F-16. For security reasons, the Ukrainian Air Force never announced accurate information about the required number of aircraft, but Air Force spokesman Yuri Ignat said that initially Ukraine could receive several dozen aircraft to solve current tasks. How long does it take to master the F-16? Previously, the Allies explained the reluctance to transfer Western-style aircraft to Ukraine by the fact that it would take a long time to train pilots.
With regard to the F-16s, F-16s would not have helped in that regard at all. It was unnecessary. For example, let's take just Bakhmut, for example.
The terms were estimated at 18 months, but the Ukrainian side insisted that the most experienced pilots were all ready to master the F-16 in 6 months. After all, it seems that in the United States they came to the conclusion that training may take only a couple of months. Recently, an internal US Air Force assessment first seen by Yahoo News said that Ukrainian flyers could complete training in 4 months, based on an evaluation of 2 Ukrainian pilots given a brief tune-up course on the F-16 and nearly 12 hours of simulator training in Arizona in late February and early March. Still, some experts accept Ukraine's learning curve will be longer than usual. Despite the difficulties of the training, the professional Ukrainian pilots who've been fighting in the air for more than a year are ready for the new planes.
Will you need to leave the country to learn how to fly them if you were to get the Western fighter jets?
Так, звісно. It is necessary for training on these fighters, and that is why we selected a certain number of pilots who work in parallel, learn the language in parallel, and can be sent for retraining.
Well, do you have a simulator that you can train on?
Так, звісно. Yes, of course we have mobile simulators, VR glasses, and everyone tries to spend as much time as possible with these simulators.